That's one of the reasons anyway. Another reason is batteries leak. They leak and they destroy the product. Step number 8 is start selling. Make your first product sale. Step number 9 is scale up and systemize. And step number 10 is find more products. And step number 11 is reassess your business. And you may want to sell the business, sell the brand, or just keep doing what you're doing. And that's essentially the 11 steps. And we'll go into detail as well on what the 11 steps are, and we'll find some product ideas. But that's essentially what the process is with what we teach, right? So how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's right there. So some people look at the 11 steps and go, oh, geez Louise, there's a lot of steps here, right? I could probably condense this into 4. 3 maybe, Find your product, find a supplier, and send it to Amazon. That's essentially it. But you break it up in 11 because it just makes it easier for people. But you just take one step at a time. And this is what we say also when I speak to you, or even in our course, I say, just don't get overwhelmed with looking at a supplier or even opening up an Amazon account if you're still stuck finding a product idea. Some people here are still looking for ideas. Just focus on that. Don't think about suppliers. Don't think about opening up Amazon accounts, right? Just focus entirely on what do I want to sell. That stuff will come naturally later on. That's what I'm here for as well. If you're ever unsure about something, ask me on the conference call. Say, hey, I found my product idea. What's the next step? That way you don't have to remember it, all the 11 steps in one go. All right, so yeah, don't get overwhelmed with Amazon. The biggest mistake that people make is, they select wrong products. A big one is they order too much stock. They order like 300, 400, 500 units. We haven't. Yeah, is that your garage? I think I took that picture from your Facebook, Jody. That's the biggest mistake people do, is they do order a lot of stock up front because they get excited. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I like to test small. We have a saying in our business, it's testing small is testing smart. Testing small is testing smart. So 50 units is a good test. You don't need to buy 500 units. The supplier will, of course, suggest, why don't you buy 500 units? You'll save a bit of money, right? You don't need to do that. Just buy 50 units as a good test. It can get, with suppliers, obviously they're going to want to get you to order more, and they'll say, you'll save $1 or save $2 or whatever per unit. It's sometimes best just to go, you know what, I'm happy paying 50 units. I'm happy to pay an extra $2 per unit. Just for that test, right? You can say, oh, I'll buy 500 units. Yeah, I'll do that over 12 months, but right now I just want to do a test order of 50 units, right? But always come back to that. You can always play good cop, bad cop. I'll talk about it later on a little bit of negotiation, but it's about saying, I'm not the boss. I'm just a lowly manager. And I would love to buy 500 units from you, Mr. John or Mr. Steve or whatever their name is. But my boss, they only want to do 50 units. So you're never the boss of your business. You're always a manager. There's always someone higher that's got the decision-making protocol, right? I want to buy 500 units, but my boss doesn't. They want 50 units. That way it's not on you. You're not the bad guy. In China, if you ever go to China, it's a different culture as well, where if you're walking around a fair and you have a business card and you've got founder or CEO, and you hand that to someone, and you're the founder, you're the CEO walking around, and if you're the founder and CEO, you shouldn't be handing out your business cards. You should have your assistant do it, right? There's a big culture thing that's not aligned with our Western thing yet. When you have manager, you have buyer. Like buyer or purchasing officer, that apparently makes you look a heck of a lot bigger and better than having founder on it or CEO. It makes a little bit of sense, but in China, the culture thing is very different. Even silly things like outside this Canton fair or outside most fairs, you can hire translators. You pay them $100 for the day. They come around and walk around with you. They hold your bags and they hand out your business cards. But again, it's just a power play. You don't have to do that, but it's something that can sometimes get you better deals and more respect.